Well, you guys, it was hot. I actually just left from giving a few homeless people that I seen some food, so I decided to let me just sit out here, and talk with them for a minute and see like how they go the life of being a homeless person. And I was just blown back by some of the things that they go through. Okay, I didn't want to dig too much in there. Why are they there? Type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause a lot of people be personal. So I sat down with them. So I was asking them about the homeless shelter that they in. So she was saying that they have to be out by 8 o'clock and they can't come back in till 3. Now this is all year round. So if it's rain, sleet, hail, snow, they have to leave. So I'm like, what do they expect for y'all to do? That's not their problem. So I'm like, well, how is the food? They said they got nasty food. It's I guess a company bring it in. Sometimes it be spoiled. And they said one time for dinner, actually they said yesterday for dinner they had ramen noodles. Not ramen noodles, they had spaghettios for dinner. So when I first walked up, to backtrack a little bit, a lady was coming out with the food that she gave them from lunch. It was a bologna sandwich, 4 cookies, and some type of drink. I don't know what kind of drink it was. So I asked her, did she want the last one that was in there? So I'm talking to them. So their thing is right by a police credit union, and the credit police, I don't know if that's a police station or whatever it is. It's some type of police thing that go along with the credit union. So she was like, they be having to move because they was sitting in the shade. And I remind you, today it's 97, my dashboard, it's 97 degrees outside, burning up, hot. So the lady came from out the credit union, from the police person, and told them they had to move or whatever. So she said, well, I guess when the businesses open up, they'd come out there and tell them they had to move. So they had went down a little bit. So, before all that, we was just talking, and they was saying how the staff in there, they is nice, but the people that come in there, it be a lot of stealing that go on. They have somebody that's there deaf, but don't nobody know how to communicate with her. They have people that's in there that's mentally ill, and they don't distribute out medication or anything to them. So a lot of them that's not on their meds. So it's just like a whole bunch of chaos in there. So they was sitting on the ground, so I sat on the ground with them. Was just talking to them. A couple of them was telling me, I was asking them like, where your family. Sorry. I asked a couple of them like, where your family members at? Like, sorry. Like where your family members at or whatever. And a lot of them, one lady, she don't have no kids. Another one, I think her family, all her family that was left or whatever died, so she really don't have no family. And I was asking, then I had, so they open it up more and more about their family. One lady and her sister, she stayed with her sister, she don't get along with the dude or whatever. Because I was asking, well, how did you get to this point? And you know what I'm saying, what steps are you taking to get out of it? One lady said she had Section 8, and the other lady said she don't know, she been there for years. So remind you, I told you that they have to leave. I'm trying to fix this camera. And the one lady said they have to leave. Now remind you, I said, so what do you do in the winter? She said, we go get tents and we stay downtown. Now, if you're familiar with Cleveland, Ohio weather, when it get cold, it gets so cold that kids can't even go to school. Like the frostbite temperatures is just deadly, and these people say they go sleep in tents. So I'm just thinking to myself, I started doing street politics. I was interested in politics after Donald Trump had won the election, because it was fascinating to see somebody of that stature win an election, especially against somebody that been in politics for over 30 years, Hillary Clinton. So as I look today and all that's going on in the world, I used to get mad at some commentators or some political people or people that's, when you talk politics, how you have one side saying, well, we need to worry about our own country. We got all this going on. Then you got one side that's saying these people are fleeing for their lives and this is that. So it's just like I'm stuck in the middle. But understanding both people is like, how is it that us American citizens, we have American citizens staying in these low down homeless shelters, and you will look at the detention centers that they have for immigrants or whatever, they coming over here fleeing, and their detention center is better than somebody that's living here homeless on the street, and they stay there all day 24 hours and get cured. And homeless people, they get kicked. You have to come in at a certain time, you have to be in at a certain time, because if not you will lose your bed and all this is that. So it just goes to show, like, what is America missing? What is going on? What's wrong? It's like it's a disconnect. And now I can understand the right side when they say, let's take care of it. It's so hot outside to the point I had my camera on the dashboard and it cut off. It said temporarily closed down for heat until my phone cooled down. That's how hot it is outside. Now imagine you being outside, and a lot of the ladies that's out there that's older. So let me get back to the point that I was making. We as American people need to sit back and see, like, are we jumping into everybody else's situation and our own house ain't together? You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, a lot of people they throwing around scriptures and Bible verses when I think, my personal opinion, that they've taken it out of context or whatever. So I know, from me, my point of view, when I'm reading, you know, about Jesus and how he fed kids that was hungry, he fed families that was hungry, but he also had a main house. Not a main house, he also had main people that was with him, like the disciples and different people, and he took care of them as well. You know what I'm saying? When they doubted, when they was on the water and they thought they was going to drown, and you know what I'm saying, he took care of them too. So is it like, are we overstepping our boundaries and stretching out our resources, but our own house is not in order? Now that doesn't mean that you sorry, I'm so into what I'm saying, I'm listening to music in the background, but I know we supposed to help people and help other countries that's fleeing, you know what I'm saying, that people that's living in horrible conditions, because everybody want to come to America and get the American dream. But our house need to be in order as well. Like, we can still help people, but we need to get in order as well. Like, that was heartbreaking to listen to them stories with them about how they live in these shelters. Like, if I'm homeless, how do you kick me out from this time and I have nowhere to go? And no matter whatever the weather is or whatever, you still kick me out. I still have to go. You know what I'm saying? And where do I go? I said, well, do y'all have caseworkers, resources to help y'all? Okay, well, let's try to find you a job, or let's try to get you on, if you disabled, let's see if you can get Social Security benefits and just start saving up, and then we can place you in a home. Or is it just like an open doors, and then for them to have nasty food like they have, in a bare minimum that they give them, which I know for sure that they getting a lot of funding, government funding, to run these homeless shelters. So where's all the money going? But do we need to take a look at the people that's running these places? Because I want to see how you living. Because you giving them the bare, these are grown folks, first of all. Grown, all the way grown people. It's no way in hell that a bologna sandwich can fill somebody up. And then for dinner, you give me some SpaghettiOs. Like, what sense does that make? But yet we have people in Congress, getting arrested, going down to the watching protesting about other people, but you walk past these homeless Americans every day. Now, I don't say that to say that we can't sympathize and help with people, but why we not getting the same outrage and help for the people that's here? You know, when I went down, I actually sat down with them. You know, they not sitting down nowhere, so I'm sitting on the ground with these people, sitting on the concrete as if I was one. A church had pulled up, was giving them like a care bag, and she's like, "Oh, you want one?" I said, "No, ma'am, I'm not homeless. I'm just out here, you know what I'm saying, helping them. You know, I'm just sitting out here engaged and talking with her," because most people just go drop off the stuff, do their little good deed, and just be gone. But I was like, no, let me just sit down in the midst of them to see you know what I'm saying, see how it is, to really get an understanding, to see how did it get this far for you to even become homeless or whatever. So it's just I don't even know what to say. It's like, yes, we are supposed to help others, and yes, we are supposed to help our people, but how are people not getting help? And so we go to this one tent up under in Cleveland, it get like 25 below when it's cold. I'm talking about ice, freezing cold. Temperatures is ridiculous to the point sometimes I won't even come outside. Thank God I have some type of cash that I don't have to come outside and I can sustain and pay my bills, because I would refuse to come out in that type of weather. But they go through this. And a lot of them out there, they really good people. One lady said she willing to work. The other two ladies, I can tell they have mental issues. Then you have another lady, she's disabled. She's been waiting on Social Security since, not this past April, 2017 April. So now they getting everything in order. So it's just like, where is they fight? Where is they right? Where is the people that's outraged because of them? And I think it's starting to be kind of unfair. And I used to think, it's sort of iffy, but I used to be like, it's unfair for somebody to say, well, what about our American people? Excuse me. You said, what about our American people? But I say that, but say it with compassion for those that is trying to, you know what I'm saying, that's going through their stuff. So is it compassion? Like, how do we solve this? Like, how can I help somebody and I can't help myself? That's how I look at it. It should be they need to fix immigration, just flat out. That needs to be fixed. Fix immigration and get it to where people over here seeking asylum, that they, you know what I'm saying, they get it. I don't know how they don't qualify. I don't even know how that goes. Like, make sure they get it. But that's a difference from people just coming over the border illegally. You know what I'm saying? The people fleeing and they seeking asylum, they should have a right to seek it. You know what I'm saying? So it should be proper steps for that. But we need to clean up some of these homeless people that we have over here in our own country. And that was just one homeless shelter I went to. So, you know, they looking for, I told them I bring them some food tomorrow, like I'm a caterer. So if I get stuck with some stuff, I just come down there and bring it to them, talk to them. They needed some cups, little knick-knack stuff that they needed. But I'm a bring. But we need to have a serious conversation, because they say jobs is people are hiring. Why don't jobs go to these homeless shelter and hire these homeless people so they can start generating some income, so they can get out of the situation they in? You know what I'm saying? Look at the plant in Ohio that got caught with a lot of illegal immigrants working because they used them, because they can get them $3-4 pay, because they, hey, you know you're not supposed to be here, so take whatever you gonna get. And them people be in there slaving. just to get some type of income for their families. Like, what kind of world is we coming to? What kind of world is we turning into? Like, that's not right. That's not fair, and it needs to change. But we need to fix our house. We need to fix America. We need to fix what's going on with us. You know what I'm saying? I understand they saying, I seen, now this is something I personally got offended by. I was watching a news channel. I think I was watching CNN, and they had a doctor on there saying about how these kids, how traumatized and the side effects that they have for when they are ripped away from their parents, and they'll grow up to be this and they'll grow up to be that. And I'm thinking in my back of my head, like, well, why y'all didn't tell my judge that when I got sentenced, when I did something that was a low crime, but y'all still sent me to prison? Didn't nobody think about my kids and how they was gonna feel and the trauma that they was gonna be exposed to? Like, I'm confused. Like, it's kids getting ripped away from their parents every day, and y'all sitting on TV acting like it is traumatic. I'm not saying they acting like, but I'm just saying, like, this been going on. This goes on in our country. What, like, sense does any of that make? Like, what sense does any of that make? Because it don't make no sense to me, because I don't even understand that. So it's okay for our kids, American kids, to be traumatized when they parents or guardians or whoever that got care of them, when they get ripped away due to the horrible justice systems that we got, with the criminal reform that we need. Where's the cry out for those kids, our kids, my kids? Me, when I was young, when the system took us away from our mother, didn't nobody care nothing about us. They just shipped us off in a foster home, and it was just like it was nothing. So we need to have a serious conversation in this world about what's really going on. It's just like, I look at helping on different levels. I can't, everybody can do their part, and you stack up. See, I'm all the way down here helping with the little that I can help. You have other people doing this, then you have bigger organizations doing that, but we all come together. But I think we need to clean up these homeless people in our country. And a lot of these people are veterans and different stuff like that. Like, how is it that they serve to fight for our country and they on the streets? Should no veteran be homeless? When they come home from fighting these wars and different, going over to Iraq and all this stuff, y'all already know that they need some type of help from the stress that they see, the things that they go through there. So we as American people, we need to have a strong look at ourselves. I mean, what I witnessed today, it was just kind of like shameful as an American citizen. When I go home and click on my TV, when I click on these news channels and all these outcries for other people that's not American citizens, but it's people that's going through the same thing that they going through, that's born on this soil. So I just thought I'd put that out there for y'all today. And just let me know what you think. And don't get it twisted or try to twist my words. I understand and feel what families are fleeing. And of course I understand what the homeless people going through. But the way we going about it and who it seems like we fighting for, it seems like they making them more important. Like, they more important than the other people, because the same people that's making these battle fights about immigrants, y'all don't fight about other things. Y'all don't stand up for other families that's here. So let me know what y'all think, and if y'all can, whatever you can, go help a homeless person. Give them something to eat, give them something to drink, give them something They want to talk. They want to feel human. That's why I sat out there with them for a couple of hours to let them know, hey, I know I'm not in your shoes, but I can sympathize and feel what you're going through. So that's my thing for today. But yes, we need to have a serious conversation about what we need to do with our home, with America, as American people. Thank you all for for sharing this journey with me.